Hello and welcome to another Encore Excursion. Today we're visiting the Buffalo Soldier National Museum, where we will learn a little more about the history of some men and women in the military.
Hi, my name is Leanne Kelly. I'm the social media coordinator for the Buffalo Soldier National Museum, and I'm so excited for y'all to be here. So the Buffalo Soldier National Museum was established in 2001. Basically, our founder and curator, Captain Paul James Matthews, he actually had a lot of artifacts. He went to PV University, learned about the Buffalo Soldiers, and that sparked an interest in him. Through that interest, he started to collect artifacts about the Buffalo Soldiers and African American military history. And it just grew and grew and grew into his wife told him, "You got to get this out of my house. I don't know where you're going to put this stuff, but it can't be here anymore." And so through that, he started a museum. We were first on Southmore in 288, but now we have moved to Caroline Street in West Alabama, and this is our new home. But through his efforts with the first museum, people have just started bringing us and donating. We get a lot of our artifacts through donations and just reaching out to people that we know of that will have this certain artifact. And they're very open to giving it to us because this is important history. So the Buffalo Soldiers got their name from the Cheyenne warriors due to the fact of their curly hair and their will to fight to the end. On July 28, 1866, the Army Reorganization Act created 6 regiments of black soldiers, the 9th and 10th Regiment of Cavalry, and the 38th, 39th, 40th, and 41st Infantry Regiments. In 1869, the 38th and 31st were consolidated to form the 24th Infantry Regiment, and the 39th and 40th were brought together to organize the 25th Infantry Regiment. The impact these 2 cavalry regiments had on the American West is not often noted. Their mission included establishing forts, protecting the frontier, and preserving peace. No story of the West would be complete without the contributions of the 9th and 10th Cavalry Regiments. So in this case, to my right, you have the Emancipation Proclamation and Frederick Douglass. For those who don't know what the Emancipation Proclamation is, it was to free the slaves during the Civil War. Also, Frederick Douglass, which is a very historic figure in the African American history. We have his North Star article, along with some guns and things of that nature during that time. To the left of me, we have some Civil War relics. We have, of course, cotton, because slavery was going on during that time, tobacco, raw sugar, and rice. And to this case, to the left of me, we have changing the Western frontier, where you see Fool's Gold, the railroad, which was very important to the actual expansion of the West, of course. And you have your carriage, which created another form of transportation. Malibu Methodist Church was founded in 1885 in the First Ward of Houston, Texas. Members of leadership of the church had a relationship with the African American soldiers and leadership at U.S. Army Camp Logan. Following the Houston riots in 1919 and the closing of Camp Logan, the church secured permission to claim and repurpose the wood from the demolished buildings at the Army base. The wood was hauled by horse-drawn wagons to the site of the church at 1918 Hickory Street. The new church was completed in 1926 using wood from Camp Logan and erecting the original 19th century bell, honoring both those who served at Camp Logan and the original founders. As you can tell, this is our NASA wall, and we love the astronauts, and we actually have a whole tribute to them due to the fact that we think of them as the new Buffalo Soldiers. The Buffalo Soldiers works exploring the West and finding new things in the West, in the Western frontier, and we think that no less than the astronauts. We think the same thing. They are actually on exploring the new frontier. Like the Buffalo Soldiers explored the Western frontier. So it's exciting. So as you can see, we have a chair actually from a spaceship, which is really cool. Then we have a suit, an astronaut suit, which I think is amazing, along with the helmet that goes with that suit and the 10th Cavalry flag over there, which is really awesome and it actually ties this whole exhibit together. So this is my favorite case, women in the military. This case is poignant to me because it solidifies the fact that women have fought and died for this country just as much as men have. And if you see through the case, if you get a good look, you can see that women's efforts have been since World War II up until the present. So I love this case.
Well, Leanne, thank you so much for having us today at the Buffalo Soldier National Museum.
Catherine, it's our pleasure, and we can't wait to see y'all very, very soon.
Thank you again for joining us on another Encore Excursion, and we look forward to seeing you at our next exciting destination.